A murder most foul has occurred. Someone has been squashed by a hydraulic press. Kokichi is missing. And... I forgot his name. Oh no. I am so sorry, Kaido. Kaido is believed smooshed. The machine used to paint exosols. Smells kinda like paint thinner. It looks the same as before. There's the means to clean and make dirty. Like, all over this place. Doesn't look like it's been used for a while. But it's weird though that it would tell me to go on after making sure I saw that paint machine whenever we were going over things. Red exosol is completely still.
Hey, Shuichi.
It's dangerous there. If you go near that thing, you might get torn apart.
No.
It shouldn't move anymore. Not without the Cubs or Kokichi. So it's just a pile of scrap then.
Hey!
Don't scare me like that.
With my magic.
Maybe I should just tear this hunk of junk apart with my magic.
Ah.
But I suppose that if Kokichi was alive, he could move it at any time by remote. Why didn't you say so sooner? That is if Kokichi's alive. But that remote control that Kokichi has for the exosols, what is it exactly? Does he have that because he's the mastermind? I don't think so. Exosol right in the middle of the hangar. The hatch is open, cockpit's exposed. So this is how it looks inside, huh? It's small, but big enough for one person.
Oh?
The hatch is open? How strange. Only the Monocubs can turn off the electronic lock and open the hatch.
Huh?
Only the Monocubs can?
Yeah.
Normally, the Monocubs are the only ones who can pilot the exosols.
Well.
Normally being the keyword. But because of that electrohammer thingy, the electronic lock's all screwed up. Have you mentioned this to anyone else?
Unbelievable.
Nope. And no one's asked me about it either. Even if I had been asked, it would have been irrelevant information to you anyway. An electronic lock on the hatch that only the Monocubs can disable. Which must be why only the Monocubs can control the exosols. But if you could disable the lock, you could control the exosol. Hatch's electronic lock. Panel that controls the alarm system and electric barrier. I don't see any reason to turn them back on though. The Monokuma file this time barely has any information in it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't be much use to us.
Jeez.
It's so useless, he probably shouldn't have even gone out of his way to give it to us. No, he's purposefully.
That's nice.
It's fine, it's fine. A mascot's appearance at a murder scene brings a sense of relief and peace of mind. He popped out.
Jeez.
What an attention hog. Of course I want attention, I'm the mascot for crying out loud.
Hey,
And yet I've appeared fewer times than that plain Jane Samugi over here. It'd be false advertising if I didn't appear as often as I can, you know. What advertising?
No.
Ignore it, let's just focus on the investigation.
yeah. What?
I don't want to talk to you right now, okay? The way you are now, you might start accusing people because you can't believe Kaido's deaf.
No.
That's not.
Cut it out.
I don't want to hear your excuses or anything else, just don't talk to me. If you keep bugging me,
Great, huh?
I'll give you afro hair with my magic. She's awfully stubborn. Is she that suspicious of everything now? Or is there a reason she doesn't want to talk to anyone? Everyone keeps dying around her. These controls move the press. You can go up, down, and stop. I should be able to use the up button to raise the press and check the body. I don't want to see a crushed body, no matter who it is. But I have to do it.
All right.
I have to know. I made up my mind, took a breath, and pressed the button. It's not moving. I pressed it a few more times, but the press still wouldn't move.
Why?
It moved when I pressed it the last time. After looking around, I found the power cord's cut. I see. There's no power, so the hydraulic press won't move. This can't be coincidence. The power cord was cut on purpose. This must be the work of the culprit. Interesting. In that case, we won't be able to check the body. I'm honestly a little relieved, but I shouldn't say that out loud. I should take another look at the controls. There must be some clue here. In addition to the control buttons, there is an emergency stop button. The press would have been stopped instantly if you had used this.
Well,
If the culprit were planning the murder, they'd have no use for it. What concerns me more is the safety function. That's right. This hydraulic press should have had a safety function. If the infrared sensor detects a living thing, the press stops automatically. It didn't stop when Kiba tried before. If the sensor detected a person, the safety should have stopped the press automatically. Stop automatically, huh? Safety function. Traces of blood is its own thing. Electrical cable isn't. Hydraulic press is down, there's blood in the area. If we use this to lift up the press, we should be able to check the body. But the power cord has been cut, and the press won't move. In that case, we won't be able to check it. What's this, a blood stain? There's a faint trail of blood leading to the press, a swipe pattern as if dragged. It looks as if it's coming from the bathroom. The blood stain suggests something was dragged from the bathroom to the press. Swipe pattern blood stain. Unless it was dragged from the press to the bathroom. It looks pretty consistent the entire way through. Except for that spot right there. Anything to the right? Nope. To the toilet? This is the bathroom. Now that I think about it. No, I'm locked up in this bathroom, but Kokichi's just outside that door. This is the place where Kaido was imprisoned. Kaido might have left some kind of clue here.
no.
He didn't leave anything. He might not be dead. Anyway, I should investigate. Crossbow. A small window for ventilation. This is the same window from before. It's a small window and it doesn't open all the way. No one would be able to fit through here.
Well,
I suppose if someone could fit through, Kaido would have escaped by now. Maybe it's too small for a person, but an object could fit through. Bathroom window. Black case. Crossbow. Bolts. Mysterious glass vial. Bunch of blood. Did Maki bring him a crossbow? This case. Oh, what's in that black case over there? As if backing away from the conversation, Kaido headed to the far shelf. Some kind of weapon? That's the case from before, right? Large black case. Arrows on the floor of the bathroom. 3 in total, blood on all of them. What happened here? 3 arrows. small bottle in the corner of the bathroom. It's empty.
If I remember correctly...
I feel like I've seen this before. The label has blood all over it. I can't read it completely. But I can see the word poison.
Could it be...
And if it is poison, then the bottle must be taken from my lab. I don't know who brought this here, but it definitely has something to do with the case. Crossbow? This is... one of the crossbows from Maki's lab. Why is it here? A blood stain. Puddle of blood in the center of the room and a swipe pattern from there to the door. What could this mean? Blood stain in the bathroom. I finished investigating here. There were more clues than I thought, and this one is particularly concerning. Why is the crossbow from her lab in here? And the 3 bloody arrows. They are definitely for the crossbow, but why are all 3 bloodied? And a bottle of poison. What could that have been used for? Still so much I don't know. This case looks like it's going to be tricky. I don't like how this is looking. You moved an exisal? But why? Exisal right in the middle of the hangar. Hatch is open, cockpit exposed.
But...
Oh my.
Isn't enough for the Monokuma file. We don't even know the time of death. The culprit's probably Kokichi, but I'm worried about the trial. Have we really seen everything there is to see in here? I suppose so. Why do I talk? There's a sleeve sticking out of the press. It's definitely Kaito's coat sleeve. In that case, the victim must be.
No.
It hasn't been determined yet. I need to investigate further. But it looks like the left sleeve sticking out of the press. Only the sleeve was sticking out, no part of the victim's body is visible. Are they crushed, so that only the sleeve remains? What's this? The sleeve has a single small hole in it. A hole. What could this be? Kaito's coat. The left sleeve, you say? That's the one he actually wears. I suppose that's all the information I can deduce from the press. Can't check the body, so I won't have any clues to work with. I have to find more clues elsewhere. That's about all I can investigate here. There are still questions. The truth is far out of reach. I still can't deduce who the victim is. I need more clues. I should investigate other areas. I should start with the areas around the hangar. Okay. The alarm system's off. It must still be affected by the bomb.
Alright.
I should investigate this place thoroughly. There must be some clues around here. Kibo? Wow. I think I'm starting to feel a little better now. Sorry to worry you, Shuichi.
Okay.
That was a bit worried. I'm glad you're feeling better. There was something I needed to ask Kibo.
Hey!
Hey Kibo, before you went into the hangar this morning, you said... So I went to the hangar last night and tried to talk to him. Tried to talk to him on your own. Sorry, I thought it would be preferable for him to release Kaito peacefully. How did it go? It went about as well as I expected. No response at all. But I did witness a few things. You said you witnessed a few things? What did you see? Yeah, since we were in a hurry, I only told you about the exisal returning to the hangar.
Okay.
Yeah, you said they could pass through the alarm system and barrier.
Yes.
I never imagined something like this would happen, so I didn't mention it before. But before I saw the exisal, I saw someone heading toward the hangar.
Huh?
You saw someone? I saw Himiko.
I was in my lab trying to think of what I should write to convince Kokichi. That's when I saw her walking toward the hangar, clutching something in her hands.
Himiko, please don't have done something.
I think it was a black bag. A black bag?
At the time, I assumed she was going there to examine things or plead with Kokichi. And since she came back later, I didn't think much of it.
But
after seeing her reaction this morning, I started to get a little suspicious. What did you see?
why?
She was acting like she had something to hide. It's not that I want to suspect her.
You're right.
It is suspicious.
Hey!
You said you saw her come back as well. Was she holding the bag at that time?
Well,
Now that I think about it, she didn't. So she had it coming in but not leaving. That has to be the black bag Himiko was carrying was... By the way, this is a little off topic, Shuichi, but...
huh?
What?
As I thought.
The reason I wasn't feeling well may have been due to the electro bomb. But it was because of the electromagnetic particles, not because I'm a robot. So what I experienced was akin to an allergic reaction, such as hay fever.
Which means...
So it could have affected a human the same way. Being a robot had nothing to do with it.
okay.
Right, that must be it. So that thing Himiko said was bothering him. He really is a bit too sensitive. Kibo's account. Well, let's go back in. Hangar shutter. Security alarm. Need to use it to disable it to get to the shutter if you come near without the remote alarm, blah 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 blah. We know this. I want to go inside. Electro bomb, it's not a bomb, it's blah 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 blah. Now that I think about it, there were 3 bombs total. One was stolen by Maki, but what of the other 2? Electro bomb has been added to the truth bullet section. I need to go back inside now. I don't care about the sensor, I need to go talk to Himiko. This is the control panel that controls the electric barrier protecting the hangar. We hit it with an electro hammer, so it isn't operational right now.
That's true.
Why are there these marks here? It looks as if it's been struck by something sharp. What could these be? Ah, wait. How were they even able to damage this in the first place? Getting near the control panel should cause the alarm to go off. You have to turn off the alarm before you even get close. So how did the person who did this get near the control panel? The front shutter added to the bullet section. Let me go back inside. Bathroom window. Hangar's only window, and it's not possible to fit through.
I knew it.
That means the only way to get into this hangar is through the shutter. That's about all I was concerned with the hangar.
But...
Still don't have enough clues, there need to be more. The other places that might yield some are...
okay.
Maki's lab and mine. The crossbow in the bathroom, the bottle of poison. I need to investigate these leads.
Alright.
I should also inspect the 3 exosols that were protecting Monokuma. Why were they protecting him in the first place? That might be related to the case as well. They were keeping him contained. The exosol isn't showing any signs of moving. If Kokichi's alive, he can use this remote to control them as he pleases. But that remote he has for the exosols... What is it exactly? Does he have that because he is the mastermind? No signs of movement. If he's alive, blah blah blah. No signs. Another electro hammer on the ground. Anything else? Negative. Okay. There's an electro hammer here, but why? And it's out of power. Must have been used. But used for what?
Well, you know...
Be careful, the Electro Hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against an Exisal, it'll run out of juice with just one shot, got it?
If I remember correctly...
If the hammer's power is expended, it requires 24 hours to recharge. We know that for certain. Used hammer. I remember that sight I saw yesterday. Exisal is protecting Monokuma for some reason. Kokichi said he was the mastermind. The Exisals should have been around him. So why were they still protecting Monokuma? And 4 of them, too. I suppose I was so caught up thinking about Kokichi I ignored Monokuma. Pay attention, listen up, take heed, I say! Monokuma.
And another.
It's just, I noticed that you came this way last night, Shuichi.
Huh?
You were acting all sneaky, weren't you? Like a teenage boy trying to creep into the adult movie section of a video store.
No way!
But you didn't need to sneak around, because the Exisals wouldn't have attacked you.
Hey!
What are you saying? We didn't have to sneak?
Cuz!
Because everyone's coming to rent adult movies, so in a way, everyone going there is the same.
Wait!
No, not that. I meant the Exisals not attacking us.
Yeah?
Oh, at that time, the Exisals were on autopilot and directed to only observe me.
Hey,
Their movements are more limited now that the Monokubs aren't around to pilot them.
Huh?
Autopilot? You mean the remote control Kokichi has?
well...
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the Exisals were being controlled by Kokichi's remote. But they were focusing on Monokuma.
Hey!
Why are you telling me all of this? This puts the person controlling you at a disadvantage.
Hey,
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this.
yeah.
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys.
Hey!
So, if you share it instead, that way it'll be fair to all the participants. So someone other than me knows this. Why wouldn't they share this information?
Okay!
That's all I can tell you.
Yeah!
By the way, renting movies is so old school. It's more thrilling to illegally download them.
Psycho Pop!
It's like trying not to get caught by a big game hunter while holding your breath during sex. You're a weird bear. The information about the Exisals could be a clue to solving the case. I should remember that. Exisals protecting Monokuma. Anything else around here? No. The game sent me toward Maki's lab and my lab. Can I get up top? No. Alright, I won't go over there. I'll just make my way to the places you told me to go to. Even if they are up the frickin' school, meaning I gotta run a whole bunch. But I suppose that also gives me a bunch of opportunities to run into the other people that are investigating. It probably says something that I instinctively used the little air quotation marks around investigating. Something's not great. Oh wow, I can't go back down the stairs. Alright, Maki's lab. I feel as though there are less weapons here than I remember. Alright, everyone's here. I hope you're all ready. Alright, those weapons. See, you went to my lab yesterday to find weapons to use against Monokuma. It's because Kaido had them. Do we care about what he left behind, or just the bags? There are less weapons than I remember. Blah blah blah. Kaido had them. Guns are unaffected, save for that one missing one, but I think that's been missing the entire time. As I suspected, there are 2 black bags here, identical to the one in the hangar. They're cases for the crossbows. They're inside but dismantled.
No.
It looks as if they don't even fit in the case unless they're disassembled. But here are 2. When I was here with Kaido before, there were 3. And I'm sure that Kaido didn't have a crossbow with him.
That's true.
In that case, the crossbow in the hangar must have come from here. Which means someone must have brought it from here to there. But it's fairly difficult to put together the crossbow. I don't believe you'd be able to do it unless Maki taught you.
No.
I'll think more about that later. For now, I need to investigate. It looks like he had Himiko bring him the thing. And then he made it. Poisoned the bolts, shot Kokichi. And then somebody wound up in a big hydraulic press, with both individuals now missing. It very well might be Kokichi on the hydraulic press. Still not allowed in the magical mystery room? Nope. Bottle of poison in the hangar. I need to confirm that it came from here. How exactly do you plan on doing that? Bunch of bottles on top of the desk. Did someone take them out? These bottles say antidote. Antidotes, huh? I didn't know these were here. According to the labels, each bottle's only 1 dose. And each one only works on a specific poison.
Well,
I suppose that makes sense. There are plenty of different kinds of poison, so that must be true for antidotes too. Importantly though, it does look like that's the same type of bottle that was down there. Several bottles of poison lined up here. I haven't seen any poison outside of this lab, so the small bottle I found must have come from here. There's a little less liquid inside this bottle than the others. It says Strike 9 poison. This poison takes some time to spread, but even a small amount of it can be lethal. I can't imagine that there's a smaller amount in this bottle for no reason. That must be a clue. Poison. Strike 9 poison and antidotes. That's disconcerting. None of these are antidotes for the Strike 9 though. They're all for different poisons. Look at that mean.
alright.
It looks like the poison that you had was... or the bottle that you had was an antidote vial. But the bolts could have been dipped in the poison, and just allowed to have it on it while they were transferred. It does, however, mean Himiko was quite involved if she went that far. Then again, bringing somebody a crossbow is already quite a lot. I didn't find any evidence to suggest Kaido isn't dead. On the contrary, there's plenty of evidence to suggest Kokichi isn't dead. Monokuma is still moving around and the killing game hasn't ended. And Kaido's clothes were in the hydraulic press, which means the victim must be.
No.
It's too soon to be thinking like that. If I investigate a little more, I'll find something. There's still time. I should head back to the hangar. Maybe I missed something. I should check again. I might be able to speak to Himiko, now that we have the information that Kibo spotted her. Also, it's far enough away. Teleportation. Please and thank you. Let me in.
Shuichi!
Can you come with me?
What happened?
Is something wrong?
Um,
I found something strange in the bathroom. Please hurry. He shouted quickly and ran into the bathroom. What are you talking about, Kibo? Sumugi?
Hey!
It's almost time for the class trial to start, right? Was no one able to find Kokichi? I haven't heard from anyone.
I see.
I wonder where he went off to. Did he disappear? He can't still be here. Or under there.
Could it be?
Do you think the one who died was Kokichi?
Huh?
Seems like
I mean, your face says you want to think that,
it's plain to see.
but I think that's just plain impossible. Kokichi's been manipulating us all from the start. I can't believe someone like that could be killed by Kaido.
Huh?
Of course, I don't mean to be complimenting him or anything, or make fun of Kaido.
Okay.
I know, you're probably right. Sumugi has a good point. I still don't have enough clues to conclude that Kokichi died, but I'm certain that one of them must have. Just gauging by the blood. Maki, why is it so easy for you to believe Kaido's dead? I missed. I tried to talk to Himiko and instead I interacted with a washing machine.
Hey!
Kiba was looking for you, you know. Hurry and get to the bathroom. I'm not gonna ask what you're gonna do with a robot in the bathroom. What's on her mind? I don't know, what do you think he wants to do with a robot in the bathroom?
Hey!
Kiba, what are you looking at?
yes.
Take a look at this. The toilet I wasn't able to interact with.
Huh?
These are Kokichi's clothes. It's soaked and wrinkled, but there's no doubt these are his.
But
Where'd you find this? I didn't see it when I was investigating the bathroom. And why are they soaked? Well, the toilet seemed clogged, so I reached my hand down the drain and pulled out these clothes. It looks like they couldn't be flushed all the way. Couldn't be flushed? Why were these in the toilet in the first place?
Yeah.
It was very brave of me, and thanks to that I managed to find an important clue. Now Shuichi, please investigate as much as you want.
okay.
Yeah. Clogging the toilet, eh? But this isn't the time to hesitate.
How about this?
Because I was so brave, I managed to find an important clue.
Shuichi!
Investigate it. Kokichi's clothes found in the bathroom. If they were found in the toilet, someone must have tried to flush them. But who would do that?
What's the matter?
Something the matter? Please investigate.
Okay.
Stop wanting me to interact with the toilet clothes, man. Quit it. The ultimate detective can't stop here. This has to be an important clue.
All right.
I made up my mind, grabbed his clothes, and spread them open. There's a small hole in the back. And another one on the sleeve. It's about the same size as the one on Kaido's sleeve. Traces of blood are in the holes, too. What's this mean? It could mean that he was attacked. And in that case,
No.
There's a chance Kokichi was the one crushed in the press.
Thank you.
Kibo, thank you. This is a very important clue.
Well,
I'm happy I was able to help, but I must decline shaking that hand of yours.
No.
Your hands aren't clean either. Kokichi's clothes added to the truth bullet section. But if Kokichi was the one crushed in the press, where did Kaido go? Why not show himself? And why is this game still going, even though the mastermind is dead? If this is awkward, Shuichi, I can leave and give you some privacy.
Huh?
You're concerned about that? Kibo and I washed our hands and left the bathroom. As one should.
It's about that time. That's right. It's time for the class trial, where hope and despair meet head-on. Please proceed to the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard and head to the trial grounds. Everyone needs to be there. Got it? Anyone who's absent will be swiftly and permanently punished. I wonder what kind of despair awaits you this time.
Everyone needs to be there. That means Kokichi or Kaido, whoever's alive, will be there.
Then...
At the trial, we'll know who the victim is. Unless they crawl into an exisal. Or otherwise disguise themselves.
Oh, jeez.
I'll go on ahead then. We're out of time.
if I must.
Let's head to the trial grounds. We need to settle our business with Kokichi. It's already starting. All of us, that means Kokichi will come too. I need to head to the shrine. Alright, I guess we'll see who shows up next time. Let's just get in front of the trial ground so we can open it up, as we normally do whenever there's a class trial. No matter who does what, we lose somebody that we either like or care about. And I guess that's just the nature of the game. Next time, the 6th class trial.